Hi, I am Lee from Normandy Atelier. Today we are going to paint in a world of screens. I choose to be a frog. This is a painting inspired by cafes in Normandy. I like to paint frogs in general, and the idea of we are all attached to our phones, to our screens, and the need of human connection. Well, frog connection in this situation. So yes, I hope you enjoy your time with me. For my materials today, I am using an A3 canvas. I am using acrylic paint. Like always, my colors are titanium white, ivory black, burnt umber, scarlet red, yellow ochre, hawker's green, and cobalt blue. For my brushes today, I am using number 18 flat brush, number 8 flat brush, number 4 bright brush, number 6 and number 4 round brushes. I have some detailed brushes. Also, I have a pencil and just a piece of chalk just to do a sketch maybe. We also need a cup of water to clean our brushes and some kind of a paper towel just to dry them. And that is everything we are going to need today. So the first step, I want to do a base coat on my canvas. I mixed some kind of a tan color, mostly white, touch of brown and a touch of yellow ochre because I wanted to feel not really dull. Well, I just used my number 6 round brush and I don't want to waste any paint, so I can use this. Then I can move to number 18 flat brush. It's a bigger brush, easier for those kind of steps. And I can do an entire coat on this canvas. The application is not really important. I just have some water, I feel, moisture on my brush. But the application is not really important. We can go from left to right, up, down. It doesn't matter, round kind of a brush. I like a smoother application like this. I'm going from left to right and with these long strokes so they don't leave like marks in general on the canvas. And it's just the first coat. I am going to add, this is going to be the interior of the cafe and the stones outside, the walls, the floor. I felt like this kind of a color is like, it's not dominating, but it exists in a way or another in the entire canvas. So I felt like we can do it. And I didn't mix a lot of it. I think it's enough just to cover the entire thing. But if we needed more, we can always mix more of the same color. I used to get really intimidated by this idea. Oh, I'm not going to have enough paint of what I mixed and it's impossible to mix the same thing. And I felt with time, like, actually it doesn't matter. Like I don't know, my paint is moving all around. Maybe I had too much moisture. It doesn't matter. Like if like in a future step, I needed a tan color, I can mix a tan color. It doesn't need to be 100% the same exact color, especially in a background step like this, and all the elements that are going to be on this background. So yeah, but just adding the brown and the yellow will make this tan a little bit warmer, a little bit, I don't know, a little bit not dull. That's why I added the yellow ochre. Although yellow ochre by itself is a little bit like an earthy tone, that is perfect because it will add to the entire dimension of this painting, and the dimension also the tone. Like it's not, I don't even have cadmium yellow today on my palette, between my colors. But yeah, I'm just going from left to right. So there are some spots of paint, they are thick, they could smooth out with the tip, light pressure. And if there are some places that I didn't fully paint, maybe this application could just touch them. But yes, this is everything for this step. Just make sure to dry your canvas before we move to the next step. So next I want to do a little bit of a sketch on my canvas. Everything is dried. I need to find the third way of my canvas from both sides. So I'm going to use just a ruler. It's easier. For me, this is A3 canvas, so I need 14 centimeters from each side. You can have a mark here. 14 centimeters from this side is like somewhere in this vicinity here. Now I want to go a little bit up, maybe 1.5 centimeter. somewhere in this vicinity here, 1.5 from this side and 1.5 from this side. And I'm going to have those connected with a line. I don't normally use rulers for these steps, but I feel like it's a different kind of painting. It's not a landscape, it's a cityscape. There are lots of geometrical kind of things to do. So I'm just going to have this. It doesn't need to be exact like mine. This will be the edge of, I don't know what it's called. It's like the thing that it's like an umbrella. It's not an umbrella. For the cafe. Oh my god, I don't know what it's called, for the terrace of the cafe. Next, I will find the quarterway of my canvas. It's like always from this side here, marked from the outside, and from this side. Again, I can go a little bit down, 1 centimeter or so from this side, and I can have it from the other side to be the same. So now I can connect those two with a line here. But yeah, we can have a line here like this. This would be the edge of this like umbrella kind of thing that covers the terrace of the cafe. Now I need to find where the edge of the cafe starts from the up, where we'll find our like wall over it, or the second floor. So if this is here, as we said, the quarter of my canvas, I'm going to cut it in half somewhere in this vicinity here. And now I can just take it from this side to this side until like it's a line, a straight line from this side like this. I need to find the halfway point between those two lines. For me, it's like almost 7 centimeters, so 3.5, somewhere in this vicinity here. And I will have it from the other side, 3.5 here. And I can connect those with a line. And I feel like this is everything for our sketch. We will have some posts here, but those here are the red sections, mainly the red sections. And I'm going to add the post with red in a later step, so I'm not going to overwhelm myself with it. So yeah, we can move to the next step. So the next step, I'm going to color those with red. I mixed a red kind of a color, almost like a bird sienna. I just mixed brown with red and a teeny tiny touch of white, and I have also black because I want those lines to still feel visible. We can use white as well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use my number 4 bright brush, and I'm just going to do those lines with this color like this, with this black, and it's just a line. I need it to feel straight as possible, but it's really hard to do. But I can come back to it later and fix it when I am doing the other steps. I just want to establish this and I don't lose it, and I can get rid of the pencil. Of course, we could have done this immediately without the pencil, but like the pencil, like as you see, like my painting, my drawing skill are horrible, like always. We can have a touch of water. We can use a different brush, but this is good. Yeah, my drawing skills are bad, so I always go to a pencil or a chalk or something. I'm just going to do a line here as well, a line. I'm just keeping those black from the down side. They will feel like a shadow or something, maybe in a other step, but yeah. Like this, it's fine. Here I am not going to bother for now. I'm just going to leave it like this. I am going to go to my number 18 flat brush. I'm going to have this maroon color. Let's call it maroon. And it's a darker shade of red, I feel. But we can do the entire thing here with this color. It's a beautiful shade of red, actually. Of course, you can color your cafe with any color you want, but this cafe in particular, or this, like what I am, there is a cafe or restaurant, actually, it's in Rouen, my city, where I live, and I always go there to eat. I never actually eat there, I should, and I take photos of it because it's magnificent. I always feel, especially in the spring, they have this, I don't know, I think they are cherry kind of trees. They blossom beautifully in April. So I like to go there, take photo of the place. You can see in the middle of the city center, the historic city center. And I was thinking about this composition. So yeah, I'm going to use this red colors as a representation of that place. I'm not going to paint it 100% as an actual place, but something to remind me of it. As you see, when I am adding the red, it can cover a little bit of those thick lines that I did. I don't need to do lots of work on them. These are the background. I want to finish the background as fast as possible, just to move to the like details. I have lots of details on this painting and I don't want to overwhelm myself with a background. So yeah, like this. I just reminded myself of this important thing. I don't want to overwhelm myself. So more red here. Fast, because I felt like in the last few paintings I did, I worked a lot on the background and then I covered it. So I felt like most of my work was for nothing. And I tend to do this, like, because I like to work from the background till the foreground, object after object. So because for me that makes more sense. I feel like my brain works like this. But something like this, I'm going to leave it like this and we can move to the next step. So the next step, I just need to find the halfway point of my canvas. It's somewhere in this vicinity. I'm just going to mark it up here. Then I need to find the quarter way of my canvas somewhere in this vicinity here. Then I need to find some point in the middle between both those two. So I'm not going to measure it somewhere, maybe, let's say here. Now I can, because I don't want to overwhelm myself, I can just, whatever I took from this side, I can have it from this side, and then I can connect those. So now we have the inside of our cafe and the outside. And for the inside, I'm just going to have some details. I want it to feel really out of focus and impressionistic. So I'm just going to use like whatever colors I have, like some white, yellow ochre, the reddish tone that I have, maybe even scarlet red. It doesn't matter, but I will start with my number 18 flat brush and just yellow ochre, maybe a little bit of white as well, but I think yellow ochre is great. I don't want it to feel extremely saturated. We can have gray to it, maybe my beige color and this, yeah, like this. And I'm going to add this to the entire thing here. I even have some red from like a previous step. My brush is not fully clean, which is perfect for this step. And I'm just going to arrive up here with this yellow ochre. I love yellow ochre. And with the white and the beige, like it covers very well. And I am not concerned about those lines here. We are going to fix them. We are just applying the first layers. And this is, again, as I said, is the interior, and I don't want it to feel in focus. So I'm just going to have this here. Like if it's a little bit saturated, it's fine. Like imagine it to be, it's lit by, there is lights, industrial lights, or I don't know what they are, Edison bulbs. I love industrial style and design, so I'm going to think about them like this, in this like environment. And don't worry about most of this will be covered anyway with many things, but something like this. Now I can go to my number 6 round brush. I can have some brown, and I can have just marks with this. It doesn't need to be anything in particular. Like this, some black maybe, like this. Like this, some reddish tones, like this. I don't know what they are, and mostly I don't care. I'm just smooshing those colors together with this brush now and making everything soft, almost blending. like this. Again, it's out of focus. Some of them is like rounder. Maybe I have some white, more white, like here, down here. I'm going to make it maybe darker down here with some just going with this round motion with some black down here in the middle. Everything is still wet, so everything, all these colors are blending into each other. Some black maybe here. Maybe some places are more like darker and saturated than the other, but again, it's out of focus. Maybe there are people wearing those clothes. I can even have some blue if I want. Let's say, yeah, we have a blue. Maybe it's a window. Maybe it's the screen that we are going to paint for the heads of the people. So I can have white and blue, and I can have just those here, here. Yeah, the blue is a great addition because like it's going to be a little bit it's complementary color. Maybe there is a window, maybe there is a painting, maybe there's something shiny, maybe it's a costumer who like is wearing a blue shirt or whatever it is. It's just it doesn't need to be anything in particular. Something like this. And we still have the yellow ochre. We're going to have more black down here. All these colors are a little, because I'm having also touches of water. Everything is like bleeding into each other. Everything is a little bit see-through. My ivory black is like semi-see-through. It's not like Mars black. So if you have Mars black, you could add water to it. I can have brown, add different tones, furniture, tables, people, desk, I don't know what they are, coffee beans that they are like, they have like big bags of like coffee beans, whatever they are, something like this. This looks nice. I don't need much to it, but I can have yellow ochre and white just to mix a very light yellow. I'm going to have these soft places. Maybe this is the light, the bulb that they are from the inside. Just like these round bulbs like this. Glow, something like this. It doesn't need to be anything extra, but keep them like soft and soft edges and like this. With a small detailed brush like this, I can have some black and I can have some like touches of black like this. Again, I'm just trying to keep black and water maybe, and just try to have those like here lines. Maybe they are the suspension thing that can carry all these things, and I don't want it to feel too much. Maybe it's just coming from the ceiling like this. I'm trying to keep it faint and undefined like this. Just those lines over those marks, just to understand, oh, those are the lights that they are coming from the ceiling, but again faint with water. And if it's like too much, again I can go to my number 4 bright brush, and I can just go over them with a little bit of water like this, and just smoosh them away so they can feel a little bit like out of focus. I don't need them to be too much like this. Nice. This here was too much. I'm going to just add some yellow ochre here, and I can just add some yellow ochre like this. I'm just going to have some yellow ochre and this maroon color here. Not too much. I feel like it's a little bit, needs something here. Or maybe the blue. I'm going to have the blue. Again, I'm not even cleaning my brush. So it's some blue here, here. And the blue with the red, it's going to have some purpley tones, which is beautiful. But you can again play with it just like this until you're satisfied. I'm going to clean my brush. Don't want red. I just need some white, and I can just enhance those with a little bit just of white like this. just to feel illuminated or something. Because I feel like the yellow is like merging with the background. Everything is going to dry again darker than it is. So just adding those spots of white now, here and there. And yes, we can move to the next step. The next step, I want to add some, like the doors, the windows, whatever they are, the post of this, like the structure of the building in the front side. And I'm going to use my number 4 bright brush and my red color from before. I feel like, first of all, I need to find some kind of a space here, like this maybe, and I can go a straight line, as straight as possible to the end. This entire thing here will be red. Maybe this is the edge of the place itself. With this bright brush, it's great for smaller places like this. And I'm going to do a similar application from the other side. Maybe here I can just go up. It doesn't need to be the same length or width of it, but I need these firm lines here. I don't want them to feel a little bit out of focus. I want them a little bit defined, so this brush can help with this, like here. Nice. Now I can just do smaller ones that they are going to be like other doors, windows, whatever they are. First of all, I'm going just to have this here with red, like until here, maybe. This is like the edge of the building from this side. Maybe we can here, like this is maybe the halfway point of my canvas. Like I'm going to leave this around like this edges. I'm not going to paint them. So this could be our door. Now I can go from here up. I'm going to have a touch of water on my brush. I'm just going to go up, and I'm using my brush not in this manner, like this manner, so it feels more slim. And I can go here as vertical as possible. Here, this could be our door. We can have whatever design for our cafe. I am choosing this. It's like simple to do. Now I can find the halfway point between those two, and I can have a line like this. And I don't want it to arrive to the end, so maybe here, it's like here, it has a design. It's all glass from the other side, those, but, oh, it's a window coming like this. Now I can go from a straight line from here, like somewhere this vicinity. It doesn't need to be exact, most of it will be covered anyway. I can have a line similar, and I can just cut this in half with the smaller lines. And now, oh, we have our coffee. I just don't want those lines to be really out of focus, so I'm just enhance them a little bit here and here. I can have whatever colors for here, so maybe white and that lighter colors, and we can have maybe brown also, brown and white. I don't know, some kind of a color, even black for this here. Gray, great. Something to indicate, oh, this is like the inside, something like this. I can have some yellow, and I can just enhance it like this until like it's disappearing inside, and just fully paint this like section here. Now I'm going to my number 6 round brush, and I want to add details to those immediately so I don't feel like it's overwhelming. So I'm having some black. I just can have some molding or just lines. I'm adding touch of water, just I want the paint to feel a little bit fluid, but be careful with the water. Sometimes like it will remove all. This brush is too big. I'm going to my number 4 round brush, and I can have lines like this. I can just enhance. I feel like it's not fully painted, so I'm just going to use this brush to do a second coat really fast, like this. Here. It doesn't need to even to be too fully painted because we have the background behind it, it's fine. And I can have a line here, like this, maybe here. Those could work with a little bit of a shadow. Doesn't need to be exact, it just could be molding, it could be shadows, it could be whatever it is, and it's streaky better. Just have a line here. Because we have lines and lots of things, we could even use some brown on this step instead, but choosing this, the black is, my black is see-through, so it helped me. Maybe you don't want this, but just have some lines, the molding on this window, the other side, some black here. And I am not even concerned, like this is, those buildings in my city, they are from the 12th century sometimes. So they will be crooked and not 100% perfect, which is great. Keeping this from this side now, like here, and like this, and this one here from this side. Again, 12th century, so everything could work for me. This is an excuse, of course, for my bad line job. But I don't care. This is what the idea. Like, I don't want to overwhelm myself with like details and lines and stuff like that will make any kind of a painting for me as, instead of joy, it will be a nightmare. And I, like, this is what how my brain works. So I keep repeating this, but yeah, maybe more black here. What I want to say is just find what makes you comfortable and happy when you paint and stick to it. And if somebody is not happy with your work, don't worry about it. Just ignore the negativity and just move on with your lives and do something that you are happy about. So I can now have some, actually I'm just going to have some scarlet red. This could be our highlight because it will be extremely different from and vibrant comparing to, comparing to the maroon color that we did before. We can just have touches of this red here as like highlights, like this. And I am not even putting them in one place. Like this is an inside and outside. It's mostly in the dark, but there are lights and lamps and the sun somewhere in this like place. So we can just have those lines whenever we want, and it will feel natural anyway, because again, it could be hit by multiple light sources. Oh my god, it's hard to say, but yeah, something like this, and it could be over the initial lines. That is fine. So maybe here we have some lines of red like this. Maybe here, here, like this. Where else? Maybe here. Here I'm like in this door, like I am adding more lines like this, just like not a glaze, but more application of this red from this side as well, like this. Here, here. I don't think I am not seeing anything red, so it could be like here. So again, like some places for me is not fully painted, so I can add the red over those and say, oh, it's from the other side, something like this. I can add this red on some places here, up, maybe red and a touch of yellow. Especially from this side here, I'm just going to have this, like this, hitting by the sun from this side, here. Here with this yellow from maybe this side here. If the sun is up, those will be this section is going to be the lightest. So I'm just going to keep this in mind. Add those here. Keep some of this darkness, but it doesn't need to be 100% as mine. And this as well here. Just rubbing it away in this section like this. I can go to the original color here. I feel like it's better to feel in the dark, but not 100%, so I can have both threads together for this section up here, like this. Both threads. And again, it's not systematic, so it feels like this. Nice. So maybe just lighten this up here, down. And go up like this. Something like this. Do a second coat, add those tones, different tones here and there, just to make it a little bit vibrant, but still duller than this. Now I can clean my brush. I can go to the light yellow, white, and a touch of red. And I want this to be a little bit even lighter. So I can, it's a little bit pinky now, it's fine. From this side here and this side here. More sunshine. The yellow will counter a little bit that color pink. Like this. I'm just going to the darker shade. So scarlet red and the maroon color. And I want the design of this to feel visible. So maybe a touch of white as well. Just a lighter color for now. And we can just make those like here. Some kind of a design. So it's not a line now. It's some kind of, is it a fabric? I don't even know what this is called. Like this here. Then it will come here. And I'm keeping them. It doesn't need to be the same size or anything, but something like this here. And that it's a little bit pink, it's fine. You can add red to it, but I just wanted to feel visible for now. Nice. And continue entire thing like this till we arrive here to the other side. So yeah, color this entire thing up here. And this is why I didn't want to do it in the other step, because I wanted it to cover everything in a natural way. So like here, I can go to the original maroon color and darken this a little bit up here. Again, get some red only, and I can enhance those with red now, like this. Yeah. And I'm keeping them impressionistic. I'm just adding touches of red like this. Red here, red here. Like this. Nice. Mix those up. And this line here, it's going to be, I need a highlight on it. So I'm just going to have some white and I can have the highlights on those. So I want a highlight, a big highlight here. I'm just going to have it with a line like this with over the black, near the black, with this white. We could go yellow and white, we could go pink, orange, whatever color. I feel like the white will work magically, like it's the lightest of the light, like hitting this place, and it will apply a great contrast. And again, it's look how streaky it is. I want it like this. So now we can understand, oh, this is like here, is like this. So I want to darken this one here. So I can go to the original maroon color and I want to darken this. Now, yeah. I especially dark up here. Like this, yeah. And I don't mind adding all these layers. It's actually, this is how I like to paint. I like to add all these layers together. Especially my paint, I use student grade acrylic paint, which is a little bit see-through sometimes, but for me, I do lots of layers, so that works magically for me. I can have a touch of black, and I can just darken those too much. I can just darken this up here with this black, like this. Just add a shadow here so we can understand this is coming like this. Yeah, now it makes more sense. So we can understand the angle of it, like this is here straight, this is coming like in an angle like this, and then it will drop like with the gravity to the earth in a like straight manner, something like this. I'm just going to have some yellow and white, and I can have an edge on those like this, just line. Maybe it's designed like this, maybe it's the light, maybe it's the fabric, who knows. And it's just to add something extra on those like this. It's just lines. And we can just connect them from this side like this. Cool. Here. Like my wet paint is still wet, so if that is like happening, we can always wipe our brush and go back to the yellow and add that yellow, because I felt like my brush is too overloaded for that task. So yeah, and I want those smaller lines here, and yeah, like this is really nice. Now I can just with this brush, the smaller brush, I can have some yellow and white. I don't want much, and I'm just going to tap it like this here. Maybe this is the sunshine, maybe we have a tree or something up there, and this is just some sunshine that is like happening here like this on this section. Now I can have some black and brown, and I can have like shadows, big dramatic shadows from those whatever it is up there. With this round brush, just dabbing it this like this, just to understand. Oh, maybe it's again it's tree or something, just like this. It is really nice. And I can have some yellow, and I'm going to do the same thing up here, like here, maybe here, like this. It's really faint up there here. I don't want much. Now I can go to the brown and black. And again, I don't need much, but I can like add some shadows, deep shadows from like this side. And I can just mush it away like this. Even maybe up here in this like corner, like this, maybe up here with this black now, like this. I can have some yellow and white, and I want to have some kind of an edge, maybe a little bit down, like here. And it could be any kind of a design, like here. Here we will have the name of the cafe, of the coffee house, coffee shop in it, coffee house, what the hell. And I'm just going to have a line like here, and again it doesn't need to be straight or the same thickness or whatever it is, and from this side we can have some like design like this till like it's arriving. This is a little bit tedious and I'm trying to concentrate. Sorry if I'm not talking. Maybe I will just cut it away to the end. But I like to share everything that I am doing because, I don't know. I like to share what I am doing because like when I learned to paint, I wanted to see everything. I hope you are enjoying this, not you are getting bored. Maybe you can tell me in the comment or leave a like or whatever. That could be nice. Just to understand what do you want. Actually, sometimes like I feel like I am painting in a vacuum and like nobody's talking to me or something. That is fine. Like the internet anyway. And I'm just doing something to document what I am doing and to, I don't know, do something interesting, especially in this like time with AI, with it's for me. It's just something for me. And I saw that some of you have subscribed to my channel. Like we have 14 now, which is, it could be like, oh, it's a small number, it doesn't mean anything, but well, it means a lot to me. So thank you and welcome. I don't know who you are, but like welcome. We can have some lines of black here on my dirty brush, like this, just some darkness, like this. Up here, just to add something extra because like it's a flat, I don't want flat, so I'm just gonna have rub this away here with this black, lines of black, thick ones, smaller ones, something like this. Maybe just entire thing here. Now I need an edge to it, so I can have just red, and I can go with red up here over this section. Maybe this line is a little bit thick, so I'm just adding a touch of white over it from this side as well. Just rub it away. A touch of yellow on my dirty brush, and we can have this tone happening like this up here. Nice. I can have this tone as well, like in some places like this, just as a highlight, just rubbing it away, not too much. This is too much. I don't want too much, so I can always like cover it, something like this, just to feel interesting. Yeah, maybe here. And yes, this is everything for this step. So the next step, I want to finish our wall up here. I'm going to do some windows and maybe some design for like to reflect the Normandy and just add some kind of maybe plants, maybe tree, stuff like that. I can just decide where my windows are going to be. I'm going to have two windows. So I'm just having blue with white and maybe a touch of black just to make this like really desaturated kind of a blue. And this is here somewhere in the halfway point of the canvas. We can make them above those so we can feel a little bit symmetrical. So I can have a line here and a line here, this side. So a little bit symmetrical, it doesn't need to be, but we choose the only where they are going to arrive. So somewhere in this vicinity, I'm going to color the entire thing here with this blue. This could be a window here, like this. Just keep the important thing is just keep those lines vertical, and the same thing from this side. I'm just using my number 4 round brush, and as you see, I am bumping into the red. It's fine. I'm going to have an edge to this window anyway. I'm just going to paint it in a minute. But yeah, this is my window here. This one is a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. From which side? Let's do this side. And they don't even need to be the same size while I'm stressing about. I can clean my brush. I'm just going to have actually white. And I can have some kind of a line in between, like this. Here and another one here. My paint is, I did a thin coat, so it's like drying really fast, which is great. And if it's blending a little bit, it's fine. But we can have some like lines here, like this, smaller lines. Horizontal lines, just keep them 4 on both sides. And again, if some of them is thick, some of them is not. Maybe this is a curtain, maybe this is the shutter thing. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, but yeah, some white from this side, some white from this side, just an edge to this window, like this. And the window is continuing up. We're just seeing a part of it, so just this white from this side, down here. I can go just to my red, and if there are some red, I can just fix those like here and here. I don't need this. I can have some black. I can use just the tip of it, like here under this, under here, here as well. Just some shadowed part here, like this. Smaller touches and just thin line, just shadow. You understand, oh, this is three-dimensional, like this. And again, you could not do a window. You want maybe something else. Maybe you want a different style of window, and that is also fine. But again, keep those three-dimensional objects like this, nice. Maybe just some kind of a molding or whatever it is, like here, maybe here, like this. And if anything you didn't like, you can go back to some blue and we can fix those lines here. And again, this is glass, so it could reflect many things. So I can have some white and I can just have some touches of light, like here, like this, lighter spots in the middle, like this. We can have just cobalt blue over them, just to feel like, oh, it's, yeah, the cobalt blue is better. Yeah, like this. It's like reflecting something, or something is like interesting happening, who knows. But something like this, just to add another color. And if like too much, again, like here, I can just go over it with the original color. I'm not going to add anything to it. I feel like the window like this is fine. But what I can do is have the red color. I'm going to the maroon color, and I can add some, because those buildings in the city, they are half timbered, so we can always have that represented, like here. I'm going to have a line and a line here. It's got a little bit thick, but it's fine. Yeah. And I can have an X or something in between. Make it a little bit thicker than this. And an X from this side. Or a line to form an X. And you can do whatever color for those. Like we have them in brown, we have them in red, in blue, in green, in yellow, in white. So feel free to do whatever you want. This from this side, nice. And from this side, it's the same thing, but trying to do a better job from this side maybe. So here we'll have a line. I don't want a gap between them, so like this. And another one here. And again, like this one is really bigger than this one. That is fine. This is what I see all the time in Normandy. Some of them thick, in the same building, in the same house. Some of them bigger than the others, some of them huge, some of them small. So that is fine. And I can have an X from this side, like this. And from this side, try arrive here, like this. Those doesn't need to be shadowed or something, because I feel like it's very weird. They are almost glued, not glued, they are part of the wall itself. They are not over it. We can have a line here in between, and just one like this, and one like this. Keep adding water, and I can have a line here. I like the contrast between the red and the blue. There is contrast in like temperature as well. So that is fun. And I'm not going to have anything else. I'm not going to have an X here. I'm just going to keep it like this. That is fun. And it's also M for Madonna. I'm painting this on the birthday of Madonna, 16th of August. We had a heat wave, so I didn't paint all week. So today is a little bit manageable. So yeah, but yeah, Madonna, as always. Now I can have some brown or black or anything like this, and I can have some darker marks inside. Like again, maybe there are trees, even above those like this. Maybe there are shadows of those trees or whatever they are, like here. Just keep them like this. Even here we can have some darker marks like this. Nice. Now I can clean my brush and I can have some sunshine with any kind of a yellow. Even yellow ochre could work, but like between those, like here we have some sunshine like this. Even here we can have some spots of sunshine reflecting on those windows like this. And we can have some sunshine on like those here. So we have like 3 tones happening at the same time, something like this. And I think I just need a touch of black with water, because I feel like this line needs to be darker, darker a little bit. So maybe not black, maybe the original color, like here for this red section. Over it, not to delete it completely, but something like this. Yeah. I feel like it's too on the nose, you know, something like this. Like on your face, not on the nose. It's like too saturated of a color. Something like this, nice. And yes, this is everything for this step. So the next step, I just want to finish the name of the cafe, and I had some, like a hint of a tree here. So I'm just going to have some yellow ochre. I wanted to name it, but I mentioned Madonna. I'm going to name it with Madonna in mind. So we can say coffee. It's a French place, so yeah. C, and we need to make sure that the spelling is right. We are not making mistake with that. A. And again, it's fainted away in some places. That is perfect. F. I'm trying just to use the tip of the brush. And we have the E. And the accent over it, like this. Café. This golden color, nice. What we call it? Café Madonna. That is too on your face, no. What song? Café Lucky Star, yes. So Lucky, L. I have been listening to Madonna all since July, because like all the time actually. But the album Confessions 2 dropped in July, her newest album. It was amazing. And I haven't listened to anything else but that album, or since it dropped. Like it's been like a month and a half now. I am totally obsessed, but I love Madonna so much. Today is his birthday, so why not having a cafe in Normandy on her name. If that cafe exists, I will go there every single day. It doesn't need to be anything, just to support the place. Lucky Star. S A Lucky Star. I'm lucky that this is not really hard to spell. Coffee Star. I did a bad job with the A, but it's fine. Coffee Star. If some of them need some enhancement, we can go with a second coat like this. S is really faint away. This Y as well. But again, it could be like hit by the sun in a different way. I like it like it's this shape. And we can have a star from this side. Like this. And a star from the other side. Like this. It could be a little bit goofy. Some imaginary place. Those people love Madonna. They have taste in music. And they name their place, their beautiful place, like their favorite song from the 80s. So something like this, that is really nice. Now I can go to my number 6 round brush. I can have a touch of black and a touch of ochre green. And I can have a hint of a tree coming like from this side, maybe like this. So green and black, like this. Just the hint of it, so that will help with the dimension, like this maybe. And I don't need to do much to this place, like just like this. Maybe even near the window here a little bit. And I can have some yellow and green now and a touch of white. I don't even need much, and I can have some highlights like this. Nothing else. I thought I could work with some thing, but maybe the tree is like it's bigger from this side, and all those like it's coming. We don't need to see them. We just need to imply that a tree exists, and well, that's it. We don't need to do anything else. I can have a touch of white, and I can just enhance those here on some of them. Go like down here, even like even here. Oh, that's a beautiful place. And well, that's it. I can go to number 4 round brush, touch of white, and I can enhance some of those like this with some, not everywhere, but just some. Maybe it's printed, maybe it's like made of glass, made of metal or something. It's reflective. It's a little bit, it has like an edge to it, something like this. I don't need to do it everywhere, just to add extra something over them like this, reflected by the sun, having a little bit of a character like this. Nice. Maybe here, here. Just a teeny tiny touch of white like this on those, like here. Define them a little bit. I'm doing them in the inside, not in the outside of them, but something like this. This is really nice. And they are here. And yes, this is everything for this step. So the next step, I want to establish some of the tables that we have. I'm just going with white, whatever dirty white I have, and we can have some of the tables. I want to have my main table to be, again, if this is here the quarter of my canvas, it will arrive somewhere in this vicinity here. That will be the other edge from the other side. So maybe like here. And I want to have some kind of a rounder table because I like to torture myself, apparently. The idea of the round table, they need to be on a right angle, so they don't feel like they are falling over. But I am not concerned from the other side because most of it will be covered anyway by other things that we have. Just keep it symmetrical like this, maybe here, coming down. Yeah, that is fine. We are going to add to it in a minute, but I just need to establish where those things are going to be. This is the surface of it. Now, maybe number 4 round brush is better, and I can have some white again. Like if this is the halfway of the canvas, it's a little bit down, so maybe here we will have some kind of a table, so some people will be sitting here. We can have a table like this. It's a little bit smaller than this one because it's far away from us. Like this, we can have, and those are just oval shapes. So a table here, nice. Be actually a little bit bigger than this, maybe a little bit like this. That was too small. So just make some kind of an oval shape here for like here, we have one. Nice. From the other side, maybe there is one like here. Like this. Those are just the surface of those tables. There is one here, like this, going away from us. We are not seeing everything from it. I feel like they need to be a little bit bigger, like this maybe. Even those here needs to be a little bit bigger, like this, yeah. Nice, even this one here. Maybe just some, like a big one, maybe coming here, like this. And those are not exact tables. We will see what I'm going to do with them. Just understand like a rough idea about them. So maybe we'll have one that is like bigger, like here behind. We establish our tables, and yes, this is everything for this step. Just to dry the canvas, and we can move to the next step. So the next step, I want to finish the floor. I'm going to have some shadows with black and brown. Maybe the floor is like somewhere in this vicinity, so we can have some shadow down here coming like this. And we also even the shadow of the frogs who are sitting here like this. Maybe we have some shadows like here from this table here going away, down here, maybe like this. We have some big shadow here, big shadow here, here, here. Just keep those shadows like this, just some places. Most of those things will be covered anyway. And if it was like too much, we can always mix some kind of a tan color, and we can just add this, maybe sunshine in some places happening like this. Just not to feel one-dimensional, maybe some sunshine here. It's not hitting everywhere because it's like the trees are blocking some of the plane. There's some glow down here, like this, maybe some brown. Now I'm just playing with those colors. Maybe there is some browns near here. And I'm adding always water because I want this to feel really soft and really like merge into each other. So some browns here, like this. Some sunshine, maybe some white or whatever, like here, white, here, maybe some white here from this side. And some of the floor is still covered by the original tan color that we did, which is gray. This is why we did the entire base of the entire thing. Oh, here it was a shadow, so we can like enhance this shadow here, like enhance the shadows here, and we can always come back to them if we didn't like what's happening. Maybe just a hint of a shadow from like this side here, if something is showing but it doesn't need to be. Like this, maybe some shadow here. It's almost like a brush, dry brush technique. I'm just merging those colors in. Having some water. This here is too harsh, so I can enhance it with, rub it away like this. I don't like these lines, big lines, to exist, so I'm just rubbing away with a little bit of water so the paint can move. And even here. In some places they are not fully painted, but it's not like they're fully painted, but we can see some of the original floor, which is fine, something like this. I feel like this is too dark. I'm just going to have some brown here. Yeah, I'm just going to have brownish tones over the black. Yeah, like this, because we can have black over it in a minute. And it could feel better, but something like this. And yes, this is everything for this step. So the next step, I want to finish and establish where my characters are going to be, add some chairs maybe. So I'm just mixing a bright green color with just white and green. And I can set my frogs so I can understand where they are going to be. And I don't want them to feel too big. So this is the halfway of my canvas here. I can go a little bit down. So maybe they're like, the first one is like here, the second one is like here. Something like this. And the frogs are like, the first one, like his body is going to arrive somewhere in this vicinity here, and he will be like sitting near this table here. He will have his like, maybe his leg is coming like here. This is his knee, and he will go down like this, and like maybe like this. This is like his first leg, and I'm just going to sketch it like while I'm talking to you, because this is like, could be easier. Maybe like his like knee or his like leg is like a little bit thicker like this. His knee is like up here. He needs some kind of a thigh from this side, so like this. And he needs some kind of like cute fingers like this, so we can have those like this. He has his other leg like nearby, so maybe this one is like in this angle, this form, like this, a little bit rounder from here, and we can have his like 3 cute fingers like this. He will have some kind of an ankle here, going to his leg here, like this. And I want this to be a little bit vertical, horizontal for his like seat area. I can color the entire thing here with this color, with this bright green. And again, we can always come and modify it. I'm just having a rough sketch for him from this side, like this. So he will be sitting here, and like this is like his body here. He will have his back coming like this, moving away like this. And for his head, it will be some kind of like if we have some kind of an oval shape like this here for the head, it will arrive like this here. Like this maybe, or this is too small. So if this is too small, I can always give him a bigger back like this. And we are seeing him from the side, like this. I'm not going to have his hand from the other side, just like this. And from the other side, we can do something similar. So an oval for the head, like this at the beginning, and we can continue from this shape. Maybe starting again, this is under the table, his leg arriving here, down, maybe like this. And maybe his like leg is coming like in this angle like this here, and he will have his like three like this. Nice. His like fingers, and his other hand could be, his other leg could be like here, a little bigger. I'm going to make those bigger as well, like this. And it's just a fictional character. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, but yeah, just having a little bit of water. And we can have like, oh, this is his leg, so he needs some kind of an ankle here to go up to his like leg, from his feet, sorry, I said leg before, but he will have his second leg here like this, and here he will have like his knee, from this side, like, and he will be sitting somewhere in this vicinity near the original one, the same angle or something, but yeah. And we can color the entire thing here with this green. And now we need to connect those together. So we'll have his back coming like this, just near the table here, like this. This needs to be a little bit thicker from this side. Maybe his head is a little bit bigger. Again, if this is too thin, we can always have like a bigger end to him, like this, like this. Yeah, but something like this. This is like just the beginning of our frog. Maybe this one is a little bit bigger than this one. Frogs come in all kind of sizes. That is cool and cute. I'm not going to add details. I'm just going, this is only the beginning. We need to do the seating. So I'm just going to have white now, and we can have some seating under him. So the seat will come from this side here, like this, in an angle, like this. And this here could be the first leg of this chair, like this. And again, you can have whatever design you want for your chair, just keep those in mind. And the other one could be, I'm not going to do it like right now. And we have maybe another leg. I'll color that chair in a minute, but maybe it's like coming here, and it will have some kind of, maybe this is like happening here. This is like maybe the edge of that here, and it's like coming down the back of it, like here. You can color the entire thing with white. And again, we can have some, we see the edge of this here, and this is coming from like behind here, so we'll not see it. Maybe we'll see some part of it like here, maybe. Does this make any sense? Yes, it's fine. Just enhance this one like here a little bit longer, like this. Now I can do the same thing from the other side. So maybe this is here near the knee, and it can go a little bit like this, where he sits, and an angle like this. We will have some kind of a leg from this side. And again, maybe you want to do a different kind of a design. That is fine. Do whatever you want to do with those. Just going to have some kind of an arc near here for the chair, like this. And I can just color that arc here with white. Whatever color we will add in a minute, it will make sense because it will be over this. Maybe we can have just the other leg here. Maybe we have the other leg from this side and this one here, like this. Maybe they are in the edge of their seats because they are excited about their date or something. Who knows? And this, like here, we'll have it's not suspended. We have an edge for this table from this side, here, here, an edge here. Not an edge, what is it called? Something to hold it in its place, like this. We are not seeing the other one. And so now all those dark marks, they make sense. I can paint some people around. So maybe there is a man here. This is like his knee. We are seeing his leg like this. He has a shoe or something from this side. And he sits like this. Maybe he has his other knee here. And he is like just doing, I'm just doing general shapes of those objects. I'm not concerned about them. Just having something representational of like people with this white color. So this could like just go up like here, and he will have a chair thing just like this. So this is the chair from this side, not seeing everything. So like this is the edge of the chair. So maybe we are seeing this other one here. The other side I'm not going to see, so I'm not going to paint anything, but just this leg here. And maybe his shoulder is arriving somewhere here. Or this is going to be white, like this, to go up here. So maybe he is arriving somewhere here, like this. He has some kind of a hand or something from that side here. And his hand like here, who knows. Like here for his torso. And I want to have some kind of a box for his head, so he will have some kind of a neck here. After that, he will have some kind of a box for the head, because I'm going to make the entire people to be screens like this. The screen head here for the other one. So maybe I will just put his head here like this. He will have a little bit of a neck and some kind of a torso thing like here. Maybe he has a friend here happening here. Head coming like in an angle or something. Just keep them all these squares like this. And they don't need to be 100% right or anything. It's just something representational of those characters. I'll make a little bigger like here. But maybe here we have like the chair. So we will have legs of that like here. I feel like this needs to be bigger like this. Maybe this one is like really big head here because it's like closer to us. We will have his leg. I will start with the legs. It's the easier thing here. And he has a foot from this side. Maybe the other leg is like there. We are not seeing everything. Something like this. This is the edge of the seat. And we will have this arc thing here. No, this is his body here. Some kind of a shoulder type of a thing. Maybe this head is like a little bit bigger. Like this. Oh my god, this is cursed. What happened? The chair is coming like here, maybe from this side. Yeah, here. Like this. I think it's going to be better when we apply the colors. I'm just keeping the heads. So maybe the head of this person is like up here, like this. And maybe this table is a little bit bigger here. And we are not seeing everything, so maybe this is just his body here. Maybe the head is even bigger like this. I am afraid of these shapes. I don't know. Yeah, this one needed to be bigger, so his head needs to be here. Actually, like this one here, I mean. And he will have some kind of a shoulder here, arriving here. Like this, yeah. Now it makes more sense. Like this, yeah. Maybe this one needs to be bigger like this, because it's again closer to us. We are not seeing everything, so yeah. Even those needs to be a little bit bigger, so I'm just making everything a little bit bigger, so yeah. They are like out of focus, and I'm not going to give them details, but I don't want them to feel small. Anyway, I had some green on my finger. I can just have a touch of water, and I can just remove this. Hopefully no green. And we can make this, even this head is here bigger like this. He's sitting like here. And he will have like his head to be like this. Big square head. A little bit bigger like this. We will see, but some generic shapes like this. I don't need to do much. I feel like those need to be a little bit bigger. I don't know why I made them so small. I made everything so small. Maybe we will have somebody who is like standing up here. So legs like this. And just a generic shape. Some kind of a square head up here. Some shoulders. They are just blobs, people. I don't care about them. I just care about their heads. Just we can darken some of those like spaces like here, here. Some shadows behind those people here, here. That's what I meant by adding, oh, maybe the shadows doesn't make sense. We will make them make sense in a minute. In the previous step, but something like this. And yes, this is everything for this step. So that was the rough sketch that we did for all our characters. Now we can work on them. So I'm just going to finish all these people. The first of all, I'm just going to mix some kind of gray color, but leaning dark. So black and white, maybe mid-tone gray. And I can define their heads so we can understand, oh, where everything is like happening. So this person is looking to us, but he will have this like here, like this. Just adding a square inside like this. Maybe just looking up, but like his body is from that side. So all this is going to be gray like this. And we will see just a touch of the screen itself, the color of the screen. From the other side like that. Cool. This one here, I want it darker from this edge up here a little bit, up here. But mostly darker like this from here. And the other one would be the opposite. So it will be darker up here a little bit like this line, smaller line like here. Like this is nice. I don't know, this is like surreal. Maybe it is. And the entire idea came to me when I was listening to them. Again, I was listening to Madonna. She has a song called Everything in her latest album. And it's called like Nobody Wants to Go Outside, and I don't, she doesn't like this, etc. And I was thinking, oh, this is really interesting. And Adam Lambert has a song about this called Overglow as well. And it's about digital fatigue. Like everybody is like very, very attached to their phones. I deleted social media in general from my phone. Although like my work is like really connected to social media, but I'm just done with it. I'm tired. I can have some of this gray. Maybe this person have a gray suit or something here. Like this. You can have some just gray blobs. And I'm not painting fully because like some of the white could show up. That is cool. I can have some black and strengthen some of those shadows here. The shoes, maybe black. The shoes here is black. And I'm just keeping all those kind of things a little bit impressionistic like this, and I don't care about them 100%, but I just want them to be fully rendered here. More gray from this side. And I don't want them to give them attention. I'm just giving them just a little bit of a shape, that's it. And keep them out of focus. Those people are not the story. The story are our frogs who are having a beautiful date together. So maybe some darkness here. We can have another colors, but some darkness here. This person has some darkness here. And if you are in a date, a romantic date with somebody you love, you have a crush on them, on him, or whatever his gender is, him, her, them, whatever, you will not notice other people. They will feel like they are just blobs. They are not important at all. So I'm just adding those darkness just to add to the atmosphere, like here, maybe like this. Can have some yellow, and maybe they have some touches of yellow ochre, I mean, here and there, highlights, whatever it is. Clothes. This person needs some all that here for his body. Some black for his shoes. Black here, black here. Again, some of these touches are really strong, some of them is not. Maybe some yellow, as I said, for those people here. And I'm just dabbing the yellow. I don't need to do much. Maybe here a little bit of yellow. I can go to the gray color again. Again, I'm not even cleaning my brush. And this person could exist like here. Here. This person is fine. No, or this person is like here. I can have some yellow, and this person can have some touches of yellow here. Maybe some black here near the table for his legs. Color the entire thing. They look creepy, and that is great because social media is turning us into zombies. So maybe more darkness with this person here for the neck here. If there are some white, keep it, it's fine. Maybe you want to add colors to them, maybe not. Now I'm going to some blue, and I want some kind of a lighter blue, but I'm going to start with cobalt blue only, and I can have cobalt blue inside their screen heads. They are not real. Maybe here we will have some blue, this person head, this person head, just rubbing it away. And I made them back like retro. It's like screens from, I'm measuring them screen from the early computers times, from the early 2000s. They are running on Windows. Windows Millennium, it was called like this. I feel I can have a touch of like lighter yellow, lighter blue, and I can have stripes of that and touches of that. Colors like here, like this. And again, the white is still showing up, and that is not, it's painted. That's the idea, it's painted. So I'm going to leave it like this. Maybe we have some blue inside here, a person head here, like this. Keep those out of focus here, so we can understand. Oh, the place is full of those zombies. I'm just going to have some white for maybe here, for the hand, for the shoulder, here, like here. We'll have his hand here. The hand, I'm just going to have some yellow ochre for the hand here, the hand here, the hand. I'm not going to paint hand. This is not a hand. The hand is like here, maybe here. just a hint of something for those characters. I don't like the shape of this, so I'm just going to fix it a little bit like this, like, yeah, needed something. And I can give him a little bit of a shoulder, maybe here, like this, maybe here. And maybe some yellow or something, like this. And this is everything for this step. The next step, I want to work on these tables, so I can have an edge for every table. From this side, our side, like this. Just having black from this side, so it will have an edge to it, and it will be three-dimensional, like this. It's appearing there, here, here. And now this table is not fixed, so I can have brown, and I can have the shadow extended like this here. I can have the black again for this table here, like this. And like, yeah, perspective is important in painting, but this is very surreal kind of a painting, so I'm not really concerned about any of that. Maybe here we will have a table like this, smaller one, and I can, in a minute, I will have the brown like this. I will have the brown, and I can just add a shadow here, touch of white, just make it shaded part here, like this, nice. I can have some black, and I can have those lines here with some black. It's maybe metal. And from our side here, this table will be like this. Touch of water, maybe. And just make this shadowed part here. And this line here. And we will have a black line for this table here, like this. Black for this, like this. Again, even if it feels sloppy or something, I am not concerned. I'm really not concerned that all those are background noise. They are important to the story, but not important enough to like give them more than they need. I can continue working on those surfaces, so maybe I can have brown, maybe brown and the original like red color and yellow on my brush, and I can have this table to be like maybe wooden. I can fix those lines, come here. I don't care if I bump to my frogs because I'm going to paint the frogs fully in a different steps, maybe some more yellow, maybe more white from this side, so you can understand, oh, this is the edge of it, but yeah. Keep those colors brown, maroon, and yellow. At the same time, touch of water. It's really hot in the apartment now. I feel like everything is drying really fast. I can keep this yellow from this side, like this. I can just fix those lines here. Maybe this line here need the black is going down behind like this, behind like this. Now we have the surface, and I can repeat the same thing for all other table. So we will have this color like happening here, these oval shapes, And it's funny, I didn't even know what color I'm going to paint them. So I did white as a starting point because everything will first of all be painted easier on the white comparing to the dark surface, and well, we can decide what color we want in any minute. Again, I'm keep alternating between those, the brown, the maroon, and yellow. Again, there are spots of white, that is great. Now I just feel like here it's not great as a shape, so I can go to the red, and maybe we have, not the red, to the gray color from before, and this person could get a little bit bigger from this side, like here, like this, and maybe he has his hand here, a hand coming here, something like this, and a touch of white, just to have a highlight on those like out of focus objects, maybe some white, even some gray or something from this side could work. Just add some extra dimension, maybe shadows, who knows what they are. But I can go to the original colors that, as we said before, maroon, whatever they are, maroon, brown, and black and yellow. Even if I had a touch of green, it's fine, because like, again, as I said, these objects are important, but not important enough so I can stress about them. Like this. You can have some yellow. Maybe I have even some red on my palettes. It's fine. On my brush. You can have some yellow like this. Nice. Some black. Fix those lines here. I can do yellow and brown for this chair. I can have just lines like this here, here. He needs some kind of a seating for himself, so like this, and it goes up on an angle. The chair, we'll have the chair up here. Those colors are really working perfectly for me, so I can just keep adding them. Maybe the other lines here. I can go with the, again, same colors for the wood tones. Even you could work with some kind of a burnt sienna if you want. Maybe this here need a back for the chair. Here, maybe a line here. Maybe we are seeing lines of this like here. Something behind them, like a hint of this color behind him to indicate the chair itself, like this. We can go here, again the maroon. Maroon is really great, it's like tying everything together. It's almost like a burnt sienna kind of a color, but I'm calling it maroon. I could have burnt sienna on my palette, but I didn't. I felt like it's not necessary. We can mix something similar, but maybe you want to, but yeah. Just keep adding those layers after layers, and if the paint is not moving, I'm keep repeating myself. Add a touch of water. You don't even need something like medium, acrylic medium thing. I tried it, I didn't like it. Water is fine for me. I can have a touch of yellow. Maybe we have some yellow as a sunshine or something. From this side, like this. And I don't want to feel like there are lots of... I'm sorry if there are some noise and there's some people outside or something. Like here, it has lots of white around it, so I'm just going to like brown, mostly white, just to do something like I don't want to see all these things. I don't want to see an like an edge for those objects, so I can just enhance those, delete those lines if they feel like lines, you know. Where here? Like this. Maybe here, anyway, the frogs could be bigger, but something for like maybe here as well. Can have a touch of white. Some of those need some highlights, like here, here, here. See, sometimes I'm just jumping between steps, but just because some of them feels a little bit flat, so I can add a black and white just to enhance those objects while they are drying. I can continue with maroon, brown and yellow for the final table here. No, not the final table from behind here. Again, out of focus, a touch of yellow, that yellow and maroon and brown. For the table here, I painted over the hands, it doesn't matter. And again, those here, I want this to arrive near his body here, so I'm just rubbing it away like this. I can have some yellow, and I can just have some yellow here. Nice. I can go to that color here. This is too much, and I can just enhance those like this. Maybe a touch of white as well here. I can just go to black and fix the edge because the edge is really bad. So we can have a black edge from this side here, like this. Maybe the pole of the table that is supporting everything could come here. His legs or something. I can have some other colors like gray or something for here. Again, the maroon and for the chair here, I want maybe more yellow like this. Another leg here, another leg or something here. And if like it's too much, not too much, if like here I want a shadow, I can just have some brown and I can rub the shadow away like this. Now I can have yellow and fix those lines here. A hint of maroon around his, and this color just around him here. Here, hands maybe white, and just something for the hands here. Just tap in this here, hands here. Maybe something for the neck here, neck, and just tap those colors just to make them impressionistic like this. Maybe this one is like his hand under the table. This one is here. Maybe this one has his hand. Just something like this here. Something like this. This is really nice. And yes, this is everything for this step. So the next step, I want to finish my frogs, my cute frogs who are on a date, coffee date in Madonna Land. Yes. I need to separate their bodies. I can have some yellow and white. Let's do some kind of a creamy color. And we can have, first of all, could be the edge of their mouth, like this. And from here, we will have their bellies side to be here. And that will arrive somewhere in this vicinity here, some kind of a rounder shape. And we can color the entire thing here with this color. Not the entire thing, it could show some greenery from before, that is fine. But just do this as a first layer here from this side, like this. So now we have his belly here and we have his back from that side. I can do the same thing for the other one. So we will find his mouth somewhere like maybe in this vicinity here, and it will go like here. It's like this. And we'll color the entire thing for his belly. We are seeing them from an angle, so we can keep that in mind, like this. Now I can have a dark green color, so black and green. And I can darken a little bit, maybe more green than this. I can darken here a little bit up, make this a little bit bigger like this. Or in the shadow. Some of the legs here could be on the shadow as well, so we can have a separation between the two legs. So if this leg's coming here, we will have his knee somewhere here. Like this, we can have a line, and we can have just separate them like this. We can have this here. And this could go all the way near the belly like this. I can have the original green color without cleaning my brush. And I can actually clean my brush. I can have just ochre green. I didn't like this here, so we can just fix this like here. Rub it away for the back. I feel like this one needs to be bigger, like this, maybe, no. I can have some dark green color, and he will have his eye from that side, but it's from the other side, like here. And I want to have this from the other side for him here. It's in the shadow, and we will have the other eye from our side. I'm going to have some white maybe, and we will have his eye here, just a rounder shape, like this. Maybe here near his big head here, near the... So we'll have his two eyes. I need some kind of a black for his mouth, and I can just define his mouth like this. Like this, nice. I can have a touch of brown, and I can darken some of this like area here under his neck area thing here. I can rub it away. And I can go to the original color and mix it if it's too much. Something like this. This one really feels too cylinder for me, so I'm just going to, with this green color, I can just make it a little bit bigger. It's too small, but again, that's the idea. We can always modify those shapes. Like I feel like the black is taking over, which is not good. So I'm having ochre green and white. Yeah. Like this. It's like better now. It's in the shadow, but not as bad as used to be. I can work on the other ones, so just some kind of a darker green tone, and I can just darken his back area like here. I can separate his legs here with this like knee here happening, and just going up like here. I can have some white. I can have some highlights on his nose area here, maybe up here like this. I don't want the eyes to feel too black, so I'm adding green over them, ochre green from that side, like this. This eye, I'm going to make it yellow from this side here. We can color it in a minute. Just adding those layers over and over, so this big head could happen like here. So yeah, I made his head a little bit bigger, so now I can move his eye to be up here like this. I can have some white, and I can give him a shape like this, just an edge for his face. This could be a little bit darker now under him here. This could be a little bit darker like this, behind here, behind the eye. Drop this away like this, maybe this even here in the dark. For his leg here, his leg here. Nice. I can have a highlight on that side with some white and yellow. like this, here. Just have some highlights. Some highlights here. Some darkness as well. So the dark, maybe black or brown and green. Anything like this. Keep this like this. So maybe green here. If it feels like off. For this section here. Now I can have hands, so just ochre green. So maybe if I'm going to set his first hand first. So if this is maybe here happening, so he could have his shoulder or whatever his area is here, arriving his elbow here. Just having this with white, like this, and going in like this, a little bit in like this. So from the other side, we will see only a little bit like this. And this is his elbow, and maybe his hand arriving here like this. I can have some highlights on those feet like this, small lines. Even although they are under the shadow, maybe there is light from that side, like this, some white here. I can have some dark green and a touch of brown. And I can, just going to darken this up, maybe some black actually under his arm here. You can just darken this, just some black, just a little bit of a shadow here, like this. Like this rounder back, like this, nice. You can clean my brush, and I can have some green, it's any kind of green, and we can have some green, bright green on this elbow area here, on that edge here, like this. I can work on his eye, so I'm going to have some black, and we can have a round eye inside, like this. From this side, and maybe an eye from this side. I can have a touch of white, and we can have just a tiny hint of... it's not working. I'm just going to wait it for it's dried, and I can have some green, ochre green, and a touch of white for the opacity for the paint, and I can have a rounder edge around the yellow that we did for the first eye, and here as well. For the other side, we are not going to see everything, but it could have a highlight or something. It's too flat, so we can have a highlight from that side up there, highlight up here. Again, we can go back to the black, and I feel that the mouth has disappeared, so we can have that. We can have two nostril things here, here, and here. We can enhance this here. I can have the hands for the other frog. So maybe, as we said, maybe it's coming from here. We have I'm just using white for the hand from here, coming in an angle and going in like here, like this. And from the other side, we're not seeing everything, so we're just like here, or green maybe. Maybe some black for the shadowed part here. A black on the table for the shadow here, like this for the shadow here. Shadow like this. A green part like this for the hand, for the arm. I'm seeing hand all the time. Not going to stress, so I'm just going to have some fix his like here. This is too small. I don't want also to feel like a lizard, so I'm just having some highlight on him from that side. It's getting bigger and bigger, this one, but it's fine. Now I can have some dark green, so maybe white, black and green, and like his eye from the other side, it will be like this. I need to fix this eye here, so I'm just having yellow actually around his eye here, like this. And now I can have the green around it, like this. And I need a shadow under his eye like that. Like this. Cool. I can have some yellow and green up here. Just keep building this until it feels right, because it's always feeling off. Just going to do the entire thing with the green actually. Like this. It feels off for me, and yeah. Just some black for this area here. Rubbing it away as we did with the other one. Like this, yeah, this is much better. I can need to fix the edge here, so we can have an edge for the face. So maybe this is like here. The eye from that side could be there, here. And from this side, it's going to be a little bit bigger. So I'm just having white, and it's going to be here, yeah, like this. Now while I have this white, I can have a sparkle on this one here, like this. I can have some yellow, and I can have a ring around this eye here. From the I can color a little bit of that here. I can have some black and do big eye like this here, and green for the outer side, like this. Touch of white for the highlight for this side, like this, and from that side, like that. And a touch of white for the sparkle of the eye, like this. It's not showing because it's still wet, but we can just do this like that. I can have some white, and I can have some highlight on him from this side, like this. On his nose area here, above his mouth. And we can have touch of green, just make it a little bit greener. Just nostrils here and there. Brown and yellow ochre, just to darken this area up here. Under his mouth, like this. This is cute. More yellow ochre actually here, because we changed the position of his mouth. Something like this. More yellow ochre for those edges here. Don't see much greenery. Yeah, like this. Green for this arm here. It's coming from that side, so it's going to be on an angle, maybe here, like this, like that, and it's arriving here. I'm going to have some white and make it like this, maybe, yeah. I can darken the other side here, have some shadow or something. Now I can work on these chairs. I can just color them with this color. It's almost like an orangey tone now. So maroon color and brown and yellow. We can have this here. Maybe it's a wooden place, or natural materials, whatever it is, we can have it here. Just going to make those a little bit more defined and more like in shape comparing to everything that we did before. But again, it's something representational. I'm not going to stress about it. The scene is already too complicated and has too many objects, so yeah. Keep those here, like this. Some reddish tones, like here. Maybe it's leather. No, I'm thinking about it. Fix this line here. I'm going to add shadows and dimension to it in a minute, but for now, just color this in here. Away here. Touch of water, nothing is moving. Keep this rounder edge. But I am not imagining to be leather, to be honest. I'm imagining to be more wooden tone. We can have this color here for the leg, this side, that leg there, this leg here. And this need to be continued behind. Something like this. Now I can have some black and water, and I can give those shadows away like this. Even here we have a shadow like this. A shadow for that table like this. For everything, like we have dramatic shadows here. Like behind away, like we don't need to do much to them, enhance those shadows, but we can imply everything we want, but something like this. For the legs here, but yeah, maybe a shadow here. Now I can clean my brush. I can have some yellow to fix this eye here. It needs yellow around it, so I can have the yellow. And I can have some green, and I can have the greenery out there for the other eye. I can have some whites for some highlights. Maybe some highlight here, here, there, like this. Now this feels good. I can have some black, and I can darken his seating area here, just to have a shadow under him like this. A shadow from this side, here, round, like this. And shadows on all these objects with some black, like here, maybe here, just lines of this black. Now I can have some yellow on my dirty brush, and I can give it some highlights here, here, maybe some highlight here, highlight on this here, like this. Yes, this is everything for our frogs. So the next step, I want to paint some mugs and cups. I'm going to have some white, and this is why I didn't paint everything, because we will have some coffee and things that can like hide many things. So we will have a cup of coffee for our frog here, just generic kind of cups like this here, and he will have some kind of a blade here. We'll have some kind of a ring area thing to hold his cup from this side, nice. And now the other one could have a cup thing here, and he will have his blade thing here, just making this a little bit bigger like this, and the earring thing for the cup from this side. And now all the this is not showing, so we can just continue this from this side like this. And now we have a fully rendered hand here. I'm just having some white, and this one could have a cup of mug here. This one will have a mug here. Maybe we have a mug here. A mug here near his hand. A mug here. Just dots for those. I'm not adding details, just dots. Something like this. I can have some black, and I can give them some shadows here, here, here. Just some shadow to understand, oh, this is the mug thing. I can have a shadow under this, those here. This is cool. I can clean my brush. I can have some brown and a touch of red, and we can have some coffee from the inside like this. Just make a sphere shape or a rounder shape inside here for the coffee, yeah, like this. Now I can have just white again, fix this line from behind like that to feel rounder like this. I can have some brown and black, and we can define this from this side here, from this side. We can go to a smaller detail brush, but I feel like I started with this, so I'm finishing with this. Just have some details for this here, where the cup is meeting the, like this. Have some lines. I can have some yellow. I can give them some highlights here, here. Just anything like this, something interesting. I don't need to do much. Fix these lines here. That could be really nice actually to go on a date. I haven't gone on a date in a very, very, very long time. Maybe some darkness here, darkness here, darkness behind his eye here, behind the eye there. I like the small cups. The black here could work like this. I am not going to stress about even the shapes. I'm going to have some yellow. And I can have just smaller lines on the coffee itself like this. I feel like some of those cups could be a little bit bigger. Like this here, here. Just give them maybe a hint of that ear. In that ear, I don't know what it's called, the thing that we hold the cup from. This one feel a little bit off, so I'm just going to have still maybe green here, and maybe it has a back from here. I darken this a little bit up like this, and we will have a bump inside here, yeah, like this for the back. It will come here and it go up, yeah. And yes, this is everything for this step. So the next step, I'm going to have some kind of a board kind of a thing here that's saying coffee, and I'm going to have some brown, and I wanted to feel inside the quarter way, so I'm just going to have a line in a diagonal like this, and then I will have a second one maybe here, because I hate this person feet. I can have another one like here. Maybe it's arriving here, and now I can connect those two together like that. That could be the edge of this board thing like this, and from this side it could be like this as well. It's an angle, so it feels a little bit crooked like this. Nice. Now I need some legs to it, so just do this here and this here. And we are seeing only the face of it from this side, so it will have other legs from that side, from behind. We are not seeing that. Let's do a second coat very fast, like that. Now clean my brush, and I need to do this in black. I'm just having black for the entire thing here. If it has some white or other colors, it's fine. I like how this turned out. Like, it's a little bit complicated of a painting. I don't know if it's like complicated for YouTube, but I am painting and documenting my journey. And yeah, I hope you maybe like this, appreciate it, I don't know. Maybe you will, maybe you don't. That is, again, also art is really subjective and it's a personal taste. This is why I always tell you, oh, do whatever you want, do what your brain is comfortable. This is why I like to paint from the background to the foreground. I could have done all these kind of things and painted around them, but I feel that is really unnatural. I don't like it, so this is why I always do this. And just here, like, I don't like how this edge like turned out. I want this line to feel really straight and not, so I'm just straightening this edge up here like this. Yeah, much better. Now while this is drying, I can have details over them, so I can have white and yellow, and we can have a highlight on this, like up here. We're just white actually, I don't need the yellow. We can have a highlight here, like this, highlight here, from this side. I can have some black on my dirty brush, and I can just darken this like this, and maybe we have the entire thing here darken like this for the shadow, like that. That is nice. And I'm going to let it dry a little bit, but meanwhile I can do that same thing for this side here, and I can have some kind of a box of flowers. So I can have a point here, I can go up like this in a straight line with this brown color, and I can just have a line like this from this side, and I don't need to do much to it because it will be all for my it will be covered anyway. And I'm just going to paint the impression of the box. So the box is arriving here, disappearing there, and we will have the edge of it like here. Maybe it's arriving here actually, like that, like this. And now this section here could be colored brown, like this. So we have our box. I can have some black and green, and I can just tap this here in this manner to feel like it's the greenery, like this. It's a plant or something like that here. Maybe more black, like this, and it's leaning in like that here. It's going up. Maybe it's a small tree or something, who knows. I can clean my brush, and I can have some black again. I don't need to clean my brush, but I can have some lines. Maybe it's boards or something, but parallel to the same manner as the lines from before. Something like this. I can have some line here with black, but it's not necessary. Now I can have some yellow and white, and I can have some highlights here like this from this side coming. Very impressionistic. Keep them like this, like this. Here maybe a little bit like that. And yet this is everything for this step. The next step, I want to finish my board and my flowers. I'm using a small detailed brush. I can have some white with a touch of water, and I can write whatever menu we want. So I'm just going to have coffee here. We can write whatever we want. So I'm writing coffee. All those are in French because it's a French place. So coffee, maybe they have tea, so thé. Like this. And thé. Maybe they have chocolate, so chocolat. Even if I have other colors on my brush, it is fine. A and tea. Chocolat. And maybe vin, which is wine. Wine, vin. V-I. like this. Now I can go to any kind of a round brush, 6 or 4, it doesn't matter. I can have some greenery, and I can just tap this ochre green here, like this. I can have some red, and maybe we have some red flowers. Maybe we can have some yellow, and we have yellow flowers. It doesn't matter what they are. I can have a touch of white, and maybe we can have just over them just spots of this highlights, smooshing them like this. But just before I finish everything here, I feel like I just need to enhance those shadows. They feel really not fully painted, but I can just do this here, especially those one here. I don't know, I felt like they needed something, so I'm just adding them, adding some more black to them like this, maybe some darkness here. And while I have this, we established the trees and stuff like that, so I can have some yellow and green at the same time, and we can have leaves falling. Maybe it's the end of the summer like now, and maybe there are leaves falling on the floor like this, even on the tables like this, fallen trees, fallen leaves like this. I can have a touch of black, and I can have under them like this, so we can understand that they are on the floor and they are leaving a shadow like this. It's just all these things are just adding information to the viewer, because if we didn't add them, they will feel like they are floating. Maybe we can have some of them floating in a minute, but I'm just adding those so we can understand, oh, they are on the floor. And all these highlights and whatever we do and shadows, they are information. Think about them like that. It's added information for anybody who is seeing what the painting is. Like I have something here. Where did this came from? From my hand, maybe. Just fix it like this. It's added information for the viewer to understand what is happening. I can have just a touch of white, and we can even have a highlight on them like this. It's not necessary, but maybe like this, here, here, here. So we can understand what is happening. Maybe they need a second coat. Maybe it's a different kind of leaf. I can have just white and a touch of yellow to enhance them. Yeah, it feels too dark when they dried. So now we established already where is the leaves and the shadows, so we can just add this over them. Here, 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 here. Just tap it like this. Keep loading the, maybe here, 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 here. Those, of course, here and here. Now with this color, I can just have some of them like floating away like this. Maybe one here like this. If it's not showing, we can add it over a different color. But yeah, we can have these colors like this from the tree itself. It's September is coming, which is amazing. Yeah. And I cannot wait for September. Those don't have anything, so they are in the air still. But yeah, this is everything for this step. So that was the last step of our painting. I hope you enjoyed your time with me, and I hope you painted yourself a beautiful scenery inspired by Normandy and frogs. And I hope to see you again in another video. Bye everybody.